From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
This is a WUFT News Update. I'm Harrison Smajovits.
And I'm Tori Edwards. Thank you for joining us. A community near Detroit is searching for answers after a deadly shooting at a high school. 4 students were killed and several others wounded, including one teacher. Jay Gray is in Oxford with the latest.
We are in the parking lot at Oxford High School, and you can see all of the cars that are still here left behind by students and teachers during the chaos, the panic here yesterday. The campus, it's still locked down. This is still an active and ongoing investigation. Police not only working here, but also looking at evidence pulled from the 15-year-old suspect's home. He's accused of opening fire inside this school, killing 3 classmates, wounding 8 others, including a teacher. At least 3 of those wounded still in critical condition. This community came together last night at a vigil to remember those lost and pray for those that are wounded. Among those in the crowd, survivors who had been through the horror here.
I still have the flashbacks of hearing the gunshots and the crying and sadness.
Our teachers telling us to get down, hide, barricade the doors. So of course you got the people pushing desks over.
Now, this is the only high school in this small town, so most everyone here either knows or knows of someone who was lost or wounded during the attack. There is a crisis response team on the ground now. It includes counselors available for anyone who may need help, may need to talk things through. All of the Oxford community schools will be closed through at least the end of this week. That's the latest from here in Oxford, Michigan. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
A recent update is that one of the 8 injured succumbed to his injuries and passed away, bringing the total number of dead to 4. The suspect, 15-year-old Ethan Crumbly, made his first appearance in court on a Zoom call late this afternoon. He's being charged as an adult with a host of charges, including 4 counts of first-degree murder.
The first case of COVID-19 caused by the Omicron variant has been confirmed in California. Dr. Anthony Fauci announced the finding today.
The individual was a traveler who returned from South Africa on November the 22nd and tested positive on November the 29th. The individual is self-quarantining, and all close contacts have been contacted, and all close contacts thus far have tested negative.
The traveler who tested positive was fully vaccinated, experienced mild symptoms, and is improving.
Today is World AIDS Day, and the Department of Health is making big plans this year. World AIDS Day is on the first day each December. Today, we honor people who've been diagnosed and remember those we've lost to the disease. This year's theme is to end inequalities, end AIDS, and end pandemics. The Department of Health stresses the importance of getting tested. They're encouraging people to do so at a block party this Saturday.
There are so many resources and services available. You don't need health insurance. I don't want anyone to be afraid to find out their HIV status.
This community event is open to the public and will have free food and live music. It'll be at the Pine Meadow apartment complex at 7025 West University Avenue. A variety of free health screenings will be available, as well as HIV testing and COVID vaccines.
The Gainesville Opportunity Center earns a Clubhouse International accreditation. WUFT's Charlene tells us what this means for the members of the GOC.
Amanda Castle became a member of the Gainesville Opportunity Center a year ago after moving from Ocala. She wanted to find a community to help her get established in Gainesville.
I didn't have any friends when I came here. I didn't know what resources were here, and someone here at GOC recommended that I come here and just check it out. And so I did, and I'm really glad I did.
Castle helps with office work, gardening, and working in the culinary department at the GOC.
It's been pretty amazing. It's given me a community, it's given me friends, it's given me an extended family.
She is now working at a local hydraulics store through an opportunity from the GOC. GOC Development Director Brett Buell is excited to see members going back to work.
Having people with mental illness back in the workforce is a benefit to everybody. It's a benefit to them personally. It's a benefit to the local economy.
Recently, the GOC received a 3-year unconditional accreditation through Clubhouse International. This accreditation affirms that what the GOC is doing is effective and gives the opportunity for more donors and funding. It also promotes partnerships with local businesses for members.
We have more jobs and more job relationships with local employers, which means more jobs for our members and more members working.
Which can help members like Amanda become more confident in their abilities to be successful in the workforce. Charlene Metters, WUFT News.
People gathered at the Rosa Parks downtown RTS station this morning to honor the courage of Rosa Parks. Mayor Lauren Poe has deemed December 1st Rosa Parks Day for the city of Gainesville. 66 years ago today, Rosa Parks was demanded to move to the back of a Montgomery, Alabama bus. When she said no, it changed the course of history, sparking the Montgomery bus boycott, leading to the civil rights movement. Gainesville's Rosa Parks Courage Committee held a ceremony where community members gathered in joy, prayer, song, and hope, honoring Parks' legacy. Speakers said Parks sat down so they could stand up. The committee's ask is that the community members make today a day of courage, however they see fit. It's been pretty chilly the past few days.
You know, it really has been. Let's turn it over to Zoey Robinson to see what the rest of this week's forecast is. Zoey?
Yeah, if you're not the biggest fan of the chilly and cold weather we've been having, I've got some good news. We're seeing a gradual warming trend really happening today, but regardless, it was a gorgeous day across north central Florida. Barely any clouds in the sky, all thanks to this dry air mass ahead, and that's really limiting our cloud coverage all across our area as well, keeping temperatures cool and comfortable this afternoon. And as we head into the evening, they'll continue to cool down, but for right now, sitting in the low 70s across our area. This is almost 10 degrees warmer though for pretty much all parts of our area compared to yesterday. So it's definitely getting warmer, not only in the afternoons, but also as we head into the overnight. Not expected to be as cold as compared to the past couple of nights, sitting only in about the mid 40s overnight for Alachua County, and in Marion County, a little bit warmer in Reddick and Fort McCoy, sitting at about 48, and then down in southern parts of Marion County in the Villages and Altoona could only crack into the low 50s. So definitely slowly getting warmer. And tomorrow's looking like another great day. Lots of sunshine planned, so great day to head outside. If you do though head out early or later on in the morning, might want to grab a little jacket. Could be still a bit cold, but then warming up nicely as we head into the rest of the afternoon. Probably won't need it as we head through the rest of the day. So for the week, warming up gradually, and that's going to help our temps to return to pretty much near normal, and we'll have lots of sunshine all week long. And November just ended. We're now in December, kicking off into the season. But notice November was a pretty wet month. It's typically dry. We saw almost 3 1/3 inches of rain. This is well above average for November. Luckily, no rain expected to kick off the first week of December. Lots of sunshine ahead. Temperatures near normal during the afternoon and slowly warming up as we start the next week. Now to Will Levenson with sports.
Welcome to sports. I'm Will Levenson. You've heard the news by now. Louisiana's current head coach, Billy Napier, has been named the 28th head coach of the Florida Gators. For starters, there's no denying Napier's proven track record for winning. As a head coach at Louisiana, Napier has gone 39-12. He took a program that had never had more than 9 wins in a season before his arrival and led them to 3 consecutive double-digit win seasons. When he arrived at Louisiana in late 2017, the Ragin' Cajuns owned the 121st ranked recruiting class in the nation. Now they're ranked 69th, the highest in the Sun Belt Conference. Recruiting is something that must improve in Gainesville. Florida currently ranks 36th in the nation and 12th in the SEC in recruiting. Florida hasn't finished lower than 21st in the nation in any year in the last 2 decades. Let's head to the hardwood as the 14th ranked undefeated 6-0 Florida Gators men's basketball team is in Norman, Oklahoma to battle the Oklahoma Sooners tonight. Led by tremendous effort and a stout defense, the Gators have combined dominant victories with quality wins. Through the first 6 games of the season, the Gators have given up an average of 55.7 points per game, a mark that ranks 12th in the nation. Last week, Florida knocked off the Ohio State Buckeyes on a stunning buzzer beater. Last night, that same Buckeyes team beat the top-ranked Duke Blue Devils. It's a tough test for the Gators tonight against a quality Big 12 opponent in a hostile environment. Under the direction of former Loyola Chicago head coach Porter Moser, the Sooners have gotten off to a hot 6-1 start. Florida once again rely on the defense and the three ball as they look to start 7-0 for the first time since 2012. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. from Norman. At the high school level, the Gainesville Hurricanes escaped the Santa Fe Raiders with a 1-62-61 overtime victory. It was a hotly contested back-and-forth affair that required an equally intense overtime period to be decided. The decisive victory keeps Gainesville undefeated at 2-0 on the young season. Meanwhile, Santa Fe is still in search of their first win as the close loss drops them to 0-2. Next up for GHS is a trip to Wilson tomorrow night, and for Santa Fe, a home date with Buchholz Friday is next. That's it for sports.
Thanks, Will, and thank you for keeping up with WFT News on Facebook. I'm Harrison Smajovits.
And I'm Tori Edwards. That's our time for now, but your Florida news is always on at WUFT.org.